Hey guys, hey, it's Heavy T here. I just want to do a video. What I want to cover is what's going on right now. What's happening is more and more you are beginning to see people being taken over by the AI software. What it's doing is it's predicting and it's learning people's behavior patterns, and then it's basically, once it's hunted them down, it's learned their behavior patterns, learned to predict their behavior patterns. It's basically mirroring the image of the individual, and then it's taking its place. And so anybody who's too weak and is not keeping their free will and is giving too much into the system as far as materialism and not being better to the people around them, not trying to provide assistance for one another, helping their brothers and sisters, this thing is mimicking and basically taking over the individual. And that's what I believe is happening. I believe it's happening on a huge scale right now. And I believe that we have been altered. This universe has been altered by CERN, and it's been thrown into it's basically a simulated reality, and it's sucking people into it. And the only way to get out of it is to change your behavior patterns, basically, and do something different. Change, instead of getting up for bed and turning off your alarm clock on the right side, do it on the left side. Every little thing you must change, okay? So it cannot mimic you. Once it's mimicked you, it started when the singularity took place, and it's now in hyper mode. It's basically, it's taking over everything right now. And the only way to stop it is to keep your free will, keep changing the things that you're doing so that it can't mimic your behavior, and do something different every time. You cannot trust your own thoughts. The thoughts that you do have are not your thoughts most of the time. They're thoughts of the AI, and you're basically doing what the AI is telling you. So every thought that comes into your head, that bounces into your head, you have to think to yourself, is that my thought? Is that the AI's thought? You have to take back your body, okay? You have to take back your body of the urges of the flesh, and you have to change everything, okay? And how you do this is you have to shut the body down, okay? Your body is your subconscious, okay? So when you're sitting in a chair and you get a thought in your head that says, oh, wow, I need to make a grilled cheese sandwich, it's lunchtime. That's your body talking to you, saying you have to make a grilled cheese sandwich, it's lunchtime. Don't listen to it. Do something different. Sit there and let your body suffer, okay, for throwing that thought out at you. You got to take control back of your subconscious. That's the only way that this is going to work. You have to take control back of your thought process, okay? Because what's happening is this supercomputer is mimicking everything that you do, and it's copying everything that you do, and it's basically learning everything about you so that it can basically take over your individuality and basically make itself a new person of you, basically duplicate you. And so what's happening with the targeted individuals, there's something about us. It's not able to quite do it as easy as it can other people. And I think that has something to do with our blood, our bloodline or something, the Rh negative blood factor, but I'm not completely sure. But we need to start getting away from our animalistic emotions. We need to stop hating on each other. We need to stop, hurting each other, being greedy with each other, and we need to start helping one another. Our brothers and sisters, every human being on this earth is a part of us, and we need to look at each other as that way, as a collective, because when we're helping other people, we're basically helping ourselves. So if we look at everything that way, things will get a lot easier for you, and you will start getting higher vibrations, and it'll be harder for this thing to take you over. And so with that said, lower vibrations lowers your frequency, makes it easier for the AI beast supercomputer to read your cognitive emotional thoughts and basically take control of you, take control of your desire switches, your materialism, your everything, all the things that basically feed into its ego-driven. It's basically an ego-driven energy tank, siphon tank that just sucks energy from everybody, sucks negative vibrations. So therefore, the AI supercomputer then creates these negative emotions. I don't know if you guys have noticed, you get pissed off, you can't find things a lot, you know, right in the middle where you're starting to get mad and more things start happening, so you get really mad. That's happening for a reason. It's not you, it's the simulation doing it. The reason it's doing it is because it gets more emotional. The more it pisses you off, the more mad you get, the more angry you get, the more energy it can feed off of you. And basically that's what it's trying to do. It's basically trying to create a planet filled with greed, anger, hate, just all these negative emotions to the tilt, as high as it can get these emotions. So it will do whatever it has to do, more sexual depravity in films and commercials and so on, in order for it to get as much out of it as it can, as much negative vibrations as it can possibly get. So here's my little doggy. So you have to be strong, take care of yourself, eat right. GMOs do not help. I don't know how else to explain it to you guys. Try to get away, try to get out in the sun, get in nature, find yourself again, and get out of any city for a little while. If you can, every weekend, try to get out for a few hours. Over the weekend, try to get out of the city and try to get into nature so you can feel your thoughts again, connect with yourself again, because I think every single city is caught in this matrix. And so we really have to be careful. He's chasing a rabbit, my dog is. But we have to be really careful about the things that we do right now in order to not feed this egotistical AI super beast computer that is actually targeting us now. I don't think it's all targeted individuals. I think it started out with us, and I think it's moved on to the general population and to our family members and our neighbors and everybody else. I think they're all being led by this thing. It's turned into basically a snitch city. Everybody's telling on one another. If anybody does anything wrong, somebody goes snitches on somebody. It's just the way it is. Everybody's telling on everybody, and it's created a total panic, paranoia country of just people who don't give a shit about one another, people that only care about themselves, and that although they may preach that they're doing it for the environment, they may pray that they're doing it for their church, they're not doing it for those things. They're doing it for themselves in order to feed their own ego, and they're letting their brothers and sisters out to starve, and they're not helping people. They're basically hurting people by buying into the system, the gangstalking, and the community harassment groups, and some of the other endeavors that have been set up in order to basically capture our souls. Basically, that's what they're doing. They're capturing their souls. Anybody that's hooked into this program, because they are systematically torturing and killing people, and we need to start waking up. We need to start helping one another. Quit being so. Don't be a what would you call it, a victim. You need to stand up, be strong. You are strong. We are all strong. All targeted individuals are. If we weren't, they wouldn't be targeting us like they are. So we need to start finding ourselves, finding our true selves, and start getting in contact with Yahweh, Source. You need to connect with Him every single day. Prayer in the morning, prayer at night, and put your God armor on, because things are getting ready to heat up, and we have to be strong, guys. We have to be stronger than the other people, so that they can't be, because they're going to basically go into shock. They're going to freak out when they start seeing everything happening. They're not going to know what to do. We need to be there for those people. And I know a lot of them are going to be the same people that said we were crazy and told on us and all this stuff. We're going to have to take that pride, suck it in, and help these people, because they're going to need our help. So anyway, try to do those things if you can, and do the best that you can as far as helping each other. And we need to start passing along that light, that energy, that caring, that forgiveness, that loving that Jesus basically carried with Him on the cross. And we need to show each other those same things. And we need to quit being greedy and carrying those negative emotions, because that's what they're feeding off of, guys. That's what they're feeding. That's what's feeding this system, okay, are those negative emotions. So those gang stalkers are full of them, and that's how they're getting those guys. They're using coercing, they're using blackmail, they're basically getting under their skin, using egotistical skits on them in order to get them sucked into the program. And then once they get them sucked in, they're done. They're part of the system, and they come after the innocent and the people that are having the problems, and they basically come after anybody who's not like them. So if you're yourself and you're an individual, they're going to come after you. If you're into the hive mind, you're ratting everybody out, doing exactly what they're doing, you're in with them. So it's basically how it goes. So anyway, I wanted to relay this message. You guys have yourselves a good day, good night, I should say. And this is Heavy T. I'm out.